Protesters and legal experts say the battle over free speech is escalating on college campuses. At Columbia, students are demonstrating after the detention of Palestinian grad student Mahmoud Khalil, one of several academics detained after speaking out on political issues. Our DC correspondent Carla Mendez has more on this developing story.
I'm here at the office of Badar Khan Suri, where the Georgetown University professor taught before being detained by federal immigration authorities outside his Virginia home on March 17th. In the weeks since his arrest, a surge in on-campus protests has raised questions among legal experts about the boundaries of free speech and due process. As universities face mounting political pressure, the debate over what can and cannot be expressed in academic spaces grows more intense.
I got a call in the evening from his wife after it happened.
Professor Nadir Hashemi says Badar Khan Suri's detention, like Mahmoud Khalil's, is part of a larger shift where universities face increasing pressure to restrict public dissent under the guise of combating anti-Semitism.
Now I think our free speech is being eroded, and of course one of the things that happens is that you arrest a few people and everyone else gets scared.
Hashemi warns that the detentions of students and scholars could signal a broader trend.
What I'm seeing happening here right now is very similar to what has happened in other countries where you've had elections, but then these elections turn slowly in the direction of an authoritarian transition. So in the minds of these extreme ideologues in the Republican Party, to support Palestinian human rights is equal to supporting Hamas.
But where does free speech end and hate speech begin? Legal experts say the line isn't always clear.
The idea of academic freedom is that the university is this unique, expressive space where ideas should be taught and discussed and written about in the most free and completely open way possible. And that's one of the things that that is being played out in the lawsuits, the extent to which the state can tell professors what they can and cannot say in their classrooms.
Wasserman says with free speech comes accountability. Debates continue over whether some forms of speech cross the line into harassment.
The problem is figuring out that line between what is protected but hateful anti-Semitic speech and what is anti-Semitic harassment. Criticism of Israel, criticism of the Israeli government, criticism of how Israel is conducting the war in Gaza. A lot of people regard all of that as anti-Semitic.
Protesters have taken to the streets in Washington, D.C. Activists gathered in front of the E. Barrett Prettyman Courthouse demanding Khalil's release ahead of his hearing in Newark, New Jersey.
We're here with Refuse Fascism to bring up the issue of deported students, or students that it looks like are going to get deported by the Trump administration because they have had the audacity to stand up and say a genocide, the murder, the killing of hundreds of thousands of Palestinians in Gaza is wrong.
Others say the issue is about more than just individuals. It's about a larger principle.
In a minute, in a moment, someone is snatched out of your life and their whole future is in doubt. People should not be treated that way, and that is a basic thing that draws me to all of this.
Experts warn that these cases could set significant precedents for how academic freedom and free speech are handled under the Trump administration and U.S. law. The debate over free speech on college campuses isn't just a policy discussion anymore. As for some, it's become a matter of protecting the fundamental freedom itself. Reporting from Washington, D.C. for Caplin News, I'm Carla Mendez.